with bated breath. For months we've waited, and now the cauldron has been lit. After all of the preparation, all of the qualifiers, and all of the pomp and circumstance of the opening ceremony, it is my honor to welcome you to the 2019 Marble Olympics. I'm Greg Woods, in front of a sold-out crowd of 11,340 in the beautiful Seven Seas Stadium. We begin our quest for that, the gold trophy that will eventually be awarded to the champions of the Marble Olympics. We begin with an underwater race, similar to the qualifier rounds, but a little bit shorter, because actually competitors having some difficulty holding their breath for that long in the qualifier. King Triton up there, you see him with the flower, ready to fire the starting gun to get the event underway. And we're off in the Marble Olympics. Chocolatiers up there on top, early lead. Oceanics in an underwater event that should suit them, but instead they get nudged to the side by Balls of Chaos. Now watch to the far side, Green Ducks, they take the lead. They're very close with the Chocolatiers. Who's going to get it? That was too close to call. Oceanics, oh, they're going to finish last again in an underwater event. They will not move on, but even this up top view, I think that's going to be too close to call. Green Ducks to the Chocolatiers. Who's got it? Chocolatiers, maybe an eighth of a roll ahead. And that is where they're going to finish. 1/100th of a second, but both the Chocolatiers and the Green Ducks are on to the semifinals. Race 2 of 4, Mellow Yellow, Raspberry Racers, Crazy Cat's Eyes, and the Midnight Wisps. Mellow Yellow, early lead down the ramp. They crash against the far wall, and they fall back into second. Raspberry Racers up into the lead, trying to fend off a challenge from Midnight Wisps. Now Crazy Cat's Eye to the near side. They briefly take the lead, but watch up top. Yet another close finish. Raspberry Racers gave them a spirited challenge at the end, and they got him. Just barely. Crazy Cat's Eye doing a little bit too much jostling there. I wondered if that was going to take some speed out of the Raspberry Racers. Midnight Wisps almost got there. 0.03 of a second the difference, but both of those two will move on. Crazy Cat's Eye, Mellow Yellow, not so much. Galactic, O'Rangers, Jungle Jumpers, and the Thunderbolts. Several fan favorites amongst these. Neck and neck and neck and neck right now. Jungle Jumpers, they get out to a 1-length lead. Watch up top though. A good challenge by all of the marbles. Now the O'Rangers up into second place. This is going to finish as close as it started. I have no idea who just won. Let's watch this. Oh my goodness, that is close. I'll have to rely on timing and scoring here. I can tell you it was not the Jungle Jumpers. They fell astern just a little bit, and there's the view that is definitive. Team Galactic. It is actually a tie between them and the Thunderbolts, down to the 1/100th of a second, but both will advance regardless. All right, Hazers, Savage Speeders, Pinkies, and Indigo Stars in the gate, ready to go. Down they come. Oh, and it's a great turn by the Hazers. Watch Savage Speeders over on the far side. Indigo Stars going right down the middle, trying to stay off the wall. Hazers not doing a great job at that. That might let the Savage Speeders right back in it. Are they going to get them? No, they won't. Hazers stay ahead. Just barely, both they and the Savage Speeders will advance, but look at how much bumping on the wall they're doing. I figure that speed is really scrubbed off when you do that, but it's just enough. Both the Hazers and the Savage Speeders move on. Semi-final A, the Hazers, Green Ducks, Raspberry Racers, and the Thunderbolts. Everybody pausing pretty long after they bump up against that wall. Green Ducks, they slice to the near side. They take the lead in the middle, only to lose out. Hazers, they have him, getting a push from behind by the Thunderbolts. Now it's a three-way race, and it looks like the Hazers are going to get there. Contact midway down with the line in sight, and that pushed the Green Ducks just to the side a little bit. Again, its top two will move on, so it's not the end of the world. They do advance. Our other semifinal, the Chocolatiers, Team Galactic, Savage Speeders, and the Midnight Wisps. Down they come with Savage Speeders to the early lead. Midnight Wisps trying to find a little bit of speed on the bottom line, and they're into second, barely. Oh, they get a little nudge back there from Team Galactic, and that slows them up by a ton. In the meantime, unimpeded, go the Savage Speeders onto the final. And the Chocolatiers are going to get there as well, managing to hold off Team Galactic by nearly 0.3 of a second. Who will win the first event of the Marble Olympics? The Savage Speeders, the Green Ducks, the Chocolatiers, and the Hazers. Hazers, early lead. Around the turn, it's back to the Savage Speeders. Down the hill they come. Finish line in sight. Getting caught up in a little gaggle up there. Can anybody challenge the Savage Speeders? The Hazers are trying, and they're gaining quickly. But the challenge has been answered, and the Savage Speeders take the first gold of the Marble Olympics. Rapidly getting there, 25 points in a 15-18 time. The Green Ducks, newcomers, managed to grab onto a silver in their very first event. Chocolatiers round out the podium in third. A wonderful start to the 2019 Marble Olympics. The Savage Speeders peerless throughout, in front of a huge packed grandstand. And a shout out and a thank you to the Patreons who are up in the VIP suites. Well, did you bet that the Savage Speeders were up there? BetShares saying that they were one of the favorites. O'Rangers also one of the other favorites. We'll see how it goes in event number 2, funnel spinning. Coming off of the Savage Speeders opening victory, first gold of the 2019 Marble Olympics, we move to event number 2, the funnel spin. Welcome inside of Seven Seas Stadium at Big Woods. The best 4 marbles of each of these 2 heats will advance. The goal, stay in the funnels as long as possible. Keep your momentum up. Oh, and apparently we're hearing that the O'Rangers got stuck higher up the course. You can see on the left there. And we'll have to check in on them, but early preliminary does not sound good. Oh my, that would be a big change of pace here. Well, in the meantime, we watch and see what's happening. Pinkies circling in what would be considered last place. The farther down you are, the worse off you are. Is that the Hazers all the way up there in top? I think they're down into the second funnel, but they are holding on to the provisional lead, nearing 40 seconds into the competition. The O'Rangers technically out, so they would be in last. But who is going to finish the course? Great performances higher up there. The Savage Speeders trying to do whatever they can. Can they make it 2 golds in a row? They've taken the lead up there in funnel number 5. Keeping that momentum, circling around the opening, trying to stay out as long as possible. Balls of Chaos, Galactic, they're falling through. One of the marbles went through 2 funnels in a row, and they're already down to number 9. 3 marbles down there in 9, and the Pinkies will drop through to 10 first. Meanwhile, up top, Savage Speeders dominating this event, a full 1 funnel lead, and as I say that, they drop into 7, and now that lead is reestablished. Down below, penultimate funnel. On the Pinkies, they may not finish last, especially if they get a nudge here from the Chocolatiers. Down below, who is going to drop through first? Chocolatiers. Oh, now 3 marbles down there, just like that. We get a shove, and our first finisher in dead last, at least among those who did finish, will be the Chocolatiers. Up top, in funnel 10, Savage Speeders trying to do their part to advance and try to make a run at their second straight. They do drop through. It is still passing. They did not win this particular heat. Instead, that honor will go to the Hazers. Some of the competitors down there saying, all right, we get it. Ooh, just moving right across the opening there, almost throwing caution to the wind. Haze amaze indeed. Look up top here. There is where the O'Rangers got stuck. We're hearing it was a mixture of them pulling up after they got that heavy impact, and they're injured. So the O'Rangers did not finish. They will technically be in last here. They will not move on. And those top 4, they will. On to heat number 2. It just goes to show the dangers of this sort of event. Marbles in the gate, ready to go. Down they come, and it's a strong team up there in numbers 1 and 2. Now down into funnel number 3. We've got a trio of marbles down there. Can't quite tell who that is up top. If that's mellow yellow. Oh, we got 2 very yellow-colored marbles working their way down this course. I think mellow yellow has now dropped into 5. And they're getting a little bit of help. Raspberry Racers also down there. Remember, the goal is to stay out as long as possible, which the Midnight Wisps up there are doing a fantastic job. And of course, as soon as I say that, commentator's curse, they drop through 2 straight funnels, 5 into 6, and continue to plummet down the course. Jungle Jumpers having a good run. Farther down, we've got 3 marbles down there, and Raspberry Racers trying to avoid the dubious honor of finishing first. They still have a few funnels to go. And look at the speed that some of these marbles continue, even midway down the course. That momentum really carrying them. You can see that bird's eye view in the upper right corner of your screen. 75 seconds elapsed. 3 marbles into 10, now dropping into 11. Is that Jungle Jumpers that have fallen all the way down there? Launch farther below. We may have our first finisher. Obviously, you want to avoid that distinction. Ah, there you go, and it will be the Oceanics. They come through in dead last. Crazy Cat's Eye next. Dancing around up there, the Raspberry Racers. Doing a fine job up in 10, a 1-funnel lead. Who's going to drop through next? Thunderbolts doing a good job. All of these marbles that are still yet to finish, they will transfer. So you don't have to finish up there. Including the Jungle Jumpers. Coming through in second. And the Raspberry Racers, they don't have to hold this out any longer unless they're trying to push for a record past the 2:10 mark. And that will give us the order now. Those last ones do like to showboat just a little bit. Replay from funnels 2 and 3. There you can see the drop through, and that impact actually knocked 2 of the marbles down through. But it's the Raspberry Racers that come through in front of the Green Ducks. The Oceanics finished last. Another disappointing event for the home team. Our fans pretty disappointed so far. Of the eliminated ones, they go by time to determine points. The top 8, they head here into the final. There you can see the competitors. Down they go. Playing for keeps in this one, and already a launch through into funnel number 3 go the Thunderbolts. Not where they want to be. Circling around and doing a pretty good job here through these opening few funnels. Who can stay out the longest? Right now, it's not looking good for Balls of Chaos. They're joined by several marbles down there already in funnel number 4. Not even 25 seconds into this one, down they go into 5. In the meantime, the Thunderbolts, they've collected themselves and are now encircling the opening for funnel number 3, and they have inherited the lead. Hazers flipping around there now in 4, also joining Raspberry Racers. And the Thunderbolts up there for the lead. Farther down below, trying to avoid a bad finish is Team Galactic. They're joined by Balls of Chaos in funnel 7. Back up in 5. Raspberry Racers and the Hazers now dueling between them, and the Hazers win out the battle. Down into 6. Those 2 marbles trying to keep their momentum going, hoping that they're going to be joined by the Hazers, and they are. Bouncing back and forth, it is the Savage Speeders up there in top. They have now inherited the lead. Savage Speeders drop through into 7. Back and forth they go. Look at how far the Thunderbolts have fallen. Down there already into 10. After holding the lead for quite some time, this is not what they wanted. Now collecting themselves a little bit more. We have the Savage Speeders up at 8, slowly circling the opening. They drop into 9 and inherit the lead. Back and forth they go with the Hazers. Farther down below, we're just about to have our first finishers. Hazers doing a good job, holding on. Savage Speeders and them have been side by side for the last few funnels, and now it looks like the Hazers are going to drop on through. Savage Speeders retake the lead. Finishers down below, podium set to be determined. Question is, which order is it going to be? Will it be the Raspberry Racers? No, the Hazers drop through too quickly, and they're going to finish in the bronze spot. Can the Savage Speeders keep their momentum up? They fall into the final funnel. Who's going to get it? And it will be the Savage Speeders. What a brilliant start to the Marble Olympics. This is a first that a team has got 2 golds in the first 2 events. And what a roller coaster ride that was. Savage Speeders pipped the Raspberry Racers. The Hazers came so close to getting that silver, but nothing doing. There's the final battle between them in funnel number 12. Look at how close the Savage Speeders are to dropping through. They just keep it going a little bit longer, and that little impact right there, almost a double hit, drops them through. All is fair in love and war and funnels. Shout out to all of the fans, 11,000 plus in the stadium, including our Patreons up in the VIP section. Bets shake out this time. The Savage Speeders still up on top. I imagine their odds ever increasing over on BetShares.com. They lead 50 points to 31 from the Raspberry Racers. The Green Ducks dropped from second to third. Raspberry Racers, good job catapulting 3 up into second. Third event, balancing. Be ready for that.
I buy the same products you do, only I get them much cheaper. I save hundreds of dollars a month by doing this one simple trick that I'm about to show you. Don't spend another dime shopping
For that. We've had events of speed and of strength, but now we move on to precision in the balancing event. Savage Speeders, 2 gold medals in 2 events, something no team has ever done. The Raspberry Racers and a lot of others trying to give chase. But it's going to be a tough order to knock them off. The committee bringing back this classic event. Balancing reinstated the O'Rangers. Kick us off. Can anybody reach that green square at the end? If you do, you get 130 points. But unfortunately, not quite there. Still a decent total. It gets added up based on the lengths you see. 34, 47, 52, and 93. 226. The mark to beat right out of the gate. O'Rangers leading us from the bottom of the leaderboard. Not a great showing thus far.
Gatwick clearance delivery, Easy 8333 IFR to de Gaulle, ready to copy.
Easy 8333 is cleared to de Gaulle Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 26 left climb and maintain 14,000 feet. Departure frequency is 118.475 squawk 0164.
Easy 8333 cleared to de Gaulle Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 26 left climb and maintain 14,000 feet. Departure on 118.475 squawk 0164.
Easy 8333 read back correct. Contact ground on 121.805. Good day.
Gatwick ground, Easy 8333, could you please connect the jetway to the aircraft?
Easy 8333, the jetway is going to be connected. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board our EasyJet service. Please place your large bags into the overhead locker, wheels first, and keep your small items under the seat in front. These include laptops, handbags, duty-free, and loose items of clothing. Once you have safely stowed your cabin bags, please take your seat. To help us ensure a prompt departure,
Gatwick Ground Easy 8333, could you please send the catering truck?
Easy 8333, the catering truck is on the road. This is a no-smoking zone.
Gatwick Ground Easy 8333, could you please send the baggage?
Easy 8333, baggage is on the way.
Oh, the puppies are loose.
Need to get home in a hurry?
Good day, ladies and gentlemen from the flight deck. This is the captain speaking. On behalf of the entire flight crew and myself, I'd like to welcome you aboard today's flight. Our flight attendants are there for your comfort, but more importantly for your safety, so please give them a few minutes of your undivided attention while they go over the safety features of this aircraft. Once the boarding process is complete, we'll get the cabin door closed and push off the gate for an on-time departure. In the meantime, please sit back, relax, enjoy the ride. Welcome aboard.
Gatwick Ground Easy 8333, could you please disconnect the jetway from the aircraft?
Cabin crew, armed slides and cross-check, please.
Gatwick Ground Easy 8333 requesting pushback.
Easy 8333 pushback request accepted.
Before start checklist.
Cockpit prep.
Completed.
Completed. Gear pins and covers.
Removed.
Signs.
On and auto.
ADIRS.
Nav.
Fuel quantity.
Set.
Takeoff data.
Set.
Baro ref.
2992. Set.
2992. Set. Down to the line.
Below the line.
Windows and doors.
Closed.
Closed. Beacon.
On.
Thrust levers.
Idle.
Parking brake.
Off.
Before start checklist complete.
Starting engine